and I was sat in my car. They came out, and my mum's partner came out, and I remember he said something to me, and he said, "Well, it's better late than never," which isn't really what you want to hear, I'll be honest, when you're trying to process everything. And my sister's gave me a massive hug and was like, "Look, are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I've gone back in, and it was really weird because the house we grew up in, 70 Edgefield, was the opposite side of where she now lived. So she literally lived in this new house, still on the same road, just the opposite side. To the point where you could actually, the gardens were like parallel to each other. So it was really weird going back, because I remember I drove around, and as I drove around past my childhood home, which held so many memories, good and bad, but obviously the bad was really the ones that was playing on my mind, and I was trying to not let them in, but I drove around and then parked up, and it was like you couldn't write it. It genuinely felt like a dream, not a nightmare, not a dream, a nightmare. But it was like, what the hell? Yeah. And I've gone in, and I remember she was sat on the sofa. She was comfy. She was sat on the sofa. She had a bed downstairs in the living room, or in the dining room, sorry. So she was sat in the living room. Same smell. Literally the same mum that I remember, just she looked totally different because of all the steroids. She just looked so different. Same eyes, same voice. But I remember someone, I think it was her partner, Darren was stood there saying, "James has come back. James has come back, Sharon. James has come back. Your son, James, he's come back." And I remember she couldn't really turn to look at me. And I remember her going, James. And he was like, yeah, he's here. And I was like, and I remember saying, "Hi, Mum, I'm here." And I was like, "Can you see me? Like, can you hear me?" And she looked at me, and she actually genuinely thought it was a dream. Not even for like 10 seconds, it was actually like minutes. Crazy. Like, not because the illness had spread. She knew who was who. She knew what was going on. But she genuinely thought she was hallucinating. She thought she was hallucinating. She literally couldn't. And then I remember the exact moment she then realised that I had actually come back. So I grabbed her hand, and I was like, no, Mum, like, I am here. I said I was sorry. And she just broke down. She told me. So they give me a bit of time with my mum. I was fortunate to have at least some time with her. They left the room. It was just me and my mum. I remember she was in a lot of pain, and she had to go lie down, so they helped her go onto the bed, and I was sat next to her, or knelt down, and she was just led on her side looking at me. I can still see her eyes now. But I remember her exact words were, "I'm so scared to die, James. I don't want to die." And I was there thinking, I can't say it's going to be all right, because it's not. I can't say. I don't know what to say. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say to your mum when she says, "I don't want to die," even though you know you've been told categorically, like, end of life, this is it. All roads lead this way, and there's nothing you can do. Her treatment had stopped at this point. She was getting in even more pain. She's getting even more immobile. So that for me, that moment, I don't think that moment will ever leave me. I think that moment will ever leave me, because I felt helpless. More helpless than I've ever felt, more vulnerable than I've ever felt, because I felt in that moment that I wanted to just be there and make it all right, but there's nothing as a child you can do or say. So I offered support. I said, "You know what, it's okay, I'm here, gonna be with you through it now." I said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I haven't seen you for so long." And then she had a real big spike afterwards, where she was moving really well, she was talking, she actually ran out the door one day. She was laughing, joking, doing all these things, doing normal stuff again, pouring herself a drink. And it happened all of a sudden, literally like a couple of days after I'd seen her. So I was going back every day after that. Once I'd gone that first time, it was almost like I felt relieved I had, and I was like, I now need to keep going back. So as she got really better, just as quick as she went up, I remember within a day, she literally come straight back down, and it got even worse and more aggressive, to the point where she was bedbound, and me and my sisters then made the decision we would stay all day. The nurses who came in and gave her care, because she wanted to stay at home, were amazing, to be fair. So we stayed all day, and it was one of the longest days of my life. Don't even know how to describe the experience to anybody listening or watching. A roller coaster, an absolute a terrible roller coaster, but a roller coaster. Emotions just go up, down, all day, up, down. But you try and stay lighthearted, but then it just comes crashing down, and then you get realization moments, and then you get some fresh air. You come back in the house, and then it's just like horrible. It was early hours in the morning when my mum passed away.
Early morning, there's a message on my phone. It's my mother saying, "Darling, please come home."
It didn't feel real.
I feel the world.
It did not feel real. The whole thing just did not feel real.
There's so much to say, but there's
I went
so
home.
little time.
I cried my eyes out once I got home. Really allow myself to release until I got back in bed. I remember just lying in bed with Ellie and just crying. Just crying.
How do I say goodbye when I couldn't? You always saw the best in me. Right or wrong, you were always on my side. But I'm scared of what life without you's like. and I saw the way she looked into your eyes. And I promise if you go, I will make sure she's alright. So how do I say goodbye to someone who's been with me for my whole damn life? You gave me my name and the
I was in a bit of a daze, to be honest. Day to day, I was in a daze. I didn't know what I was doing. What I'm thinking. I just wasn't thinking. Survival. It's the one word I'd use, survival. And during all this, my dog was really, he's about 9 years old and he was getting ill, but I was really close with him, so grew up with him. Got him literally just after everything when my mum happened on Christmas Eve. So from then until that point, he was like my buddy, my pal. And he had to be put down the month after my mum passed. And my mum passed in April of 24, and my grandma was March of 24, and then my dog was the month after that, so it's March, April, May. Bang, bang, bang. And that really got me as well, because sitting in the room, putting your dog to sleep a month after you've just watched your mum die is rough. Knowing in about a month you're going to be a dad for the first time, and my mum would never ever get to meet my child. So my dog passed away. Had to put him down. Went on holiday day after, and then by the time we got back, Teddy was born. Little Teddy. Yeah, he's I look at him now. He came at the perfect time. He came when I needed him the most. He came when I needed him the most. I don't really know if I would be sat here if it weren't for Teddy. You think you can kind of know, or you think like when people say, "Oh yeah, but it's a different kind of love," like, but when you actually experience it, and for me it wasn't straight away. For me it went straight away. It took a lot of time before I felt like I was able to be a dad, that kind of dad I wanted to be. I felt very much still in survival mode, even once he was born. I felt like I'd been chucked in at the deep end with it all, and I was just in a daze. And so Teddy was here, and I remember we went back to my mum's house. We went back to my mum's house to clear stuff out, and my sisters gave me a letter. And my mum had left it for my sisters. My sisters thought it was best to give to me. And it was very clear what it was. A letter, a piece of paper has more value than any sort of possession or any sort of gift people could give me, because I've got it here. As soon as I opened the letter, and bear in mind I haven't read this since she passed, so it's been almost 2 years. And I've only read it once. And this is now the second, so this would be the second time that I've seen it. Because the first time when I got given it was so powerful but painful at the same time. It's the best thing she could have left me because it gave me a new outlook on what my mum was going through all of my own struggle, because all I could think about was myself, especially as a kid, and trying to protect myself and not think about maybe what she was going through. And on this letter, it basically is notes. This notes has very clearly been written with her speaking to somebody, and it's her thoughts, and she's putting down her emotions of how she had been feeling and trying to cope with the fact that she wasn't able to see me. I don't know when, it's not dated, so I don't actually know when she's written this. But it was obviously significant because she kept it and was left to me. But she talks about her feelings and feeling powerless. She was struggling to come to terms with my decision. She always wanted to try and heal the relationship. She would have loved to have listened to me and tried to heal would have tried to understand my experience. She's put excruciatingly painful. But always had hope. Hope that I'd come back. She acted with love, but understood my experience. It may have felt different. There was clear reasons why I felt the way I felt, and a deep sense of loss and trying to evaluate all the possible reasons where she had gone wrong. But there's one thing at the bottom which I never felt as a kid, which is all anybody wants in life. She put, love you unconditionally, right at the bottom. Did you get it? As not even as a kid, even as a man, 'Cause deep down, I'm a little boy inside. We all are. We're all little kids inside. That was what I didn't. I thought I had to earn it. I thought I wasn't loved. I wasn't able to. So, hug your kid. Tell him you love him. Deep down, especially now, I realise that, and I know she would have been struggling with everything herself. So, the situation was really unique. But sometimes kids, you may think that you make it aware to them, but they might not still feel like that. So it's really important, really, really important that you tell your kid you love them, man. Because you never know when life, that's a funny way of working, it might just change like that. So, and it's hard, there's times now I still get annoyed at silly little things, but yeah. There's always trying to have a bit of a perspective to everything. It definitely, for me, that added that. I remember, obviously being in a daze, my mum's just passed away, and the letter and everything just, yeah. But we were coming right towards the end of the season. I remember speaking to Darren at Yate and basically saying, I want to play. He supported me massively for all of this. Him and the club were amazing. But I was like, no, I want to play. And I played the game. He started me. I did not think I was going to start, but he started me. Fair play to him. What was the score? I think it was 1-0. But if someone was to look it up, I couldn't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure we were drawing. And I got played the ball through. I just thought, hit it. Literally instinctively, just went bang, smacked the ball as hard as I could, straight into the bottom corner. And it literally was a week apart. My mum passed on the Saturday, and it was the next week, on the Saturday game where it went in, and I remember looking up and going like, that was for you, Mum. And I felt like she helped with that one, to be fair. She helped me get that goal. But one of the lads, he's killed me off air with it, but to be fair to him. But I'm really close with one of the boys that was in the team at the time, because we grew up at Bristol City together, and he was at Yate with me. And he come across and said, that was for your mum, JT. She'd be proud of you. And it got me. That's the only time on the pitch where I've been close to crying. And the boys had done something really nice. They'd actually had a shirt, and writ on the shirt, thinking of you, JT. It's not a grand big gesture. But that, just a shirt with a marker pen and thinking of you, JT, right? I can't tell you how much that helped me to go, do you know what, I'm not on my own. Actually, I've got people around me who are going to help me through this. People who care, really care. Like I said, the management team, the players, it was my own family, of course, my stepmom, my dad, my sister's massive. But yeah, so my partner at the time, all really helped, to be fair, and yeah, it was really hard because, after that season stopped, didn't have football as the distraction or the therapy. So I was very much, I was trying to do my best. I was working 3 jobs. We were trying to raise our son, and we ended up moving out in August into our own place. I felt like I had a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, obviously being the only real income in our household, and trying to deal with that. And I felt like I wasn't being as present as what I'd like. I was just sat on my phone. I was just wasn't really. I was surviving. I was just getting by. I wasn't laughing as loud. I wasn't making jokes like I normally do. Normally, I'm such a positive person. I go in a room and you feel the energy light up the room. It's like I'm very cup is half full, not half empty, positive kind of person. Where it wasn't like that. I didn't feel like that at all. I may have masked it, but I may have tried to put on a brave face and smile, but I wasn't speaking to anybody properly about it, and that ate me up. And I think there's a lot of people out there that don't speak for whatever reason, whether it's grief or whether it's a relationship problem or whether it's whatever going on in their life, they don't reach out, or they'll just bottle it up. And that's just not, personally, from my own experience, that's not the answer. Not at all. I don't think it's brave, and I don't think it's strong to bottle it up. I think it's harder sat here being as vulnerable as I've ever been in my entire life. I've been more nervous to sit here and talk about my life here than I have been playing in front of thousands of fans. Because there's nowhere to hide, really. Like, this is my story, this is me. So, but I'm now at a point where I'm like, well, I want people to hear it and feel like they're not on their own. Feel like they can use this as maybe a catalyst to get help, or to rekindle that relationship, or whether it be with a parent, a sibling, an ex, or your partner, or whatever. Like I said at the start, if I can help one person, all of this is worth it. All time, the effort is worth it. No doubt on my mind, and I feel so passionate and strongly about what I do now that I don't really care what people think. Actually, ironically, now I don't actually really mind how it gets perceived. My story gets perceived, because it's just my story, and if people want to pick it apart, or people want to like it or not like it, that's up to them. But if I get one message from this going, "Oh, you really helped," or "I was going through something," all the other comments, good or bad, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm like, right, cool. I've done what I wanted to do. I've helped. It just helped someone. Because everyone needs someone. Even when you don't think you do, everyone needs someone. And there's a time and a place to crack on with life, but there's also a time and a place when you need to speak. And it's a little bit of a balance between, you can't sit and be doom and gloom forever, but equally you got to address. If you've got an internal issue, you have to address it. You can't just bury your head in the sand, because trust me, I've tried it and it doesn't work. It could be a month, days, weeks, years. It will come back at some point to bite you. But yeah, I got to a point where I was really, really struggling. I was trying to I couldn't really hide it much more.